Awesome. Hey, good afternoon, guys. Good morning. Hope everyone's having a good day. I am just live today, just for a little bit. I won't be live for too much. Let me invite my colleague here. Give me a second. Let me invite him. All right, I invited him. So the reason why I'm live today is because I am doing a giveaway for Christmas. Because I have stuff to give out for Christmas, and it was given to me by by cyber supply drop. So my the guys that I guess I'm partner with cyber supply drop. They gave me free stuff to give out. So that's the reason why I'm live. Otherwise, I wouldn't be live. So I'm gonna give away some stuff. So I'm waiting for everyone to join. Hopefully, we get some people to join here today, and then I could start giving away some stuff. I don't use Kali Linux. I don't know why you're asking me that question. Good morning, everyone. Uh, morning. Yeah, so it's just going to be like a giveaway. I'm just waiting for people to join. Got 17 right now. I think I'm live on LinkedIn too. Let me check my LinkedIn real quick. I believe I'm live on LinkedIn. I know I'm not crazy. I think I'm live on LinkedIn. So let me look at that real quick. Yeah, so yeah, I am live on LinkedIn. Morning. I see everyone on LinkedIn as well. Good morning. Oh yeah, I'm Batman. I have Batman cup. Hope everyone's having a good day. Looks like I'm live on LinkedIn as well. And looks like it's working. I invited someone to join me. I'm waiting for him to join. Um, what Linux distribution you recommend? For entry level help desk doesn't use Linux. JM, I don't know why you're asking that question. That question doesn't correspond with help desk. We don't really use Linux. I don't know why you're asking that question. I drink black coffee, with a little bit of sugar. But yeah, we don't really use that. Let me put Kevin here. Kev, I think Kev is here. I think I might.
Hi, happy
Hey, what's up?
Saturday.
Happy Saturday, man. What's up?
I'm pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, just checking over here. Someone was asking what Linux distribution do you use for help desk? I'm like, we don't use Linux a lot. It's most commonly Windows.
Yeah, it's usually gonna be Windows. Now, if you're trying to, if you also want to know what distro you should use to get started, really pick any of them. Any of them will be good. It won't really matter. Ubuntu, Debian. I don't even like recommending Kali, but if that's what you have, sure, they all work.
Yeah, exactly. So I was gonna go. What was I gonna do? Oh, yeah, I was gonna go over my LinkedIn group. So I created a LinkedIn group for anyone that's watching on YouTube. Obviously, I have people watching on LinkedIn, but I created a LinkedIn group just strictly. It's called Kevtech IT Community. That's the name of the logo, but that's not the actual name. But I actually invited a bunch of job recruiters. I invited a bunch of people that have job experience. We have sysadmins there, and it's not just help desk. We're putting jobs there for cybersecurity, Linux, help desk, service desk, network admin, SOC analyst, and I'm trying to make it grow. So I created the group like 2 days ago. We have, was it 400 now? I think we have 400 people in that LinkedIn group now. For that LinkedIn group I created, I think 420 something, which is kind of it's getting up there. So it's pretty good. I'm happy about that. I'm extremely happy about that. So
It's only been like a week already.
yeah, it's only been like a
Yeah.
couple of days, which is crazy because it's just like I'm like, I was just like, let me just make this group and see what happens. So we have 428 members right now, and I am going to put the link here in my chat. So I'm going to put it in there, put it in chat, and she'll let me send. Oh, there we go. Right. Shout out to shout out to uh the Beard IT Dad. I see you there. I see you. I see you, Ubuntu. I see you there. And I see
There's a Black Ops in here
A
as well.
April's here too, yeah. And I see Professor Black Ops is here. How you doing, man? Salute to you. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm not gonna go live that long. I wanted to go live a little bit because I have things to give away for Christmas, and I want to give it away. And it's not. I don't like. It's just things that because I'm working with Cyber Supply Drop. So since I'm affiliated with them, they give me free stuff all the time. So I have vouchers to give out and training to give out. So that's the reason why I wanted to go live today. But how's your day, Kev?
Pretty good, pretty good. Getting started, you know. Now we were on late on the Discord, you know. You have you guys join. We're always there on Fridays, hanging out and having a good time.
Yep,
You guys should come join.
definitely, definitely agree with that. So I'm looking
I'll
at
share a
chat.
link actually for the
Yeah,
Discord.
I'm looking at chat right now. On LinkedIn, some people saying good morning over here in chat. Because I'm on LinkedIn as well. So fortunately, I cannot highlight like LinkedIn comments, which sucks. I can only do like YouTube comments, but it's all good.
That's weird.
Yeah, it doesn't let me do it for some reason. I have to figure out what's wrong with that. I'll ask them. I'll email them and ask them why the app doesn't let you do that. It's supposed to let me do both, but it doesn't let you do that for some reason. But
Melon is a newer app too, right?
yeah, this is a newer app. That's the other
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. This is my hoodie, by the way. This is Kevtech on it. The hoodie that I created. And it says
What does the bottom
Kevtech
say?
on it, and it says go back to basics.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a hoodie I created. So
Where can people buy that?
yeah, you could buy that. I have a store for that. So
I don't know if the link is in the description. I don't think it is.
no, it's not. It's not in there. But I have a store for my clothing stuff. So I have and I have a shirt that says it says I don't discriminate. I hate all printers. So that's my shirt. Like if you guys want to buy that shirt, you can. I have a store for that. So it's a shirt that I created. I don't discriminate. I hate all printers. I don't like printers. What do you want me to say? Just
I haven't met a single IT person that likes printers.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, so I just looking at the comments here. Let's see.
YouTube.
Yes, I need to buy that shirt. Funny.
How will the winners be determined?
I'm gonna put it in the spin. Remember the spin?
The wheel.
The wheel. Yes.
Classic.
The wheel. Mm-hmm.
Interesting. The Black Lotus Gaming says there's a book called Help Desk Habits. I haven't heard of that, but let us know if it's any good. Maybe we can recommend that to some people.
Yep. I'm actually the person's not in my YouTube channel. They're on LinkedIn, but just so you guys are aware, I'm actually writing a book on help desk.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a step-by-step guide or something like that?
Yeah. I'm actually writing a book on help desk. So I have obviously I'm gonna make a Udemy course, but I'm also working on a book with somebody. So
Nice.
and it's gonna be like basic step by step, like because I know some people are not really a fan of watching videos, like they like reading a book. So we're keeping it like Udemy course. Like if you want to watch videos, you can watch videos. Like you go there and watch videos. But if you want to actually read an actual book instead, you could go ahead and just read a book. So try to give options, right? We give options to people.
Multiple different ways. People would learn different ways, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I like reading books. Kev doesn't like reading books. Exactly. It is what it is. Everybody has their own way of learning, and you gotta provide multiple different resources. Mike asked, "What do I do?" I basically do Linux all day, every day. My actual job title is technical operations specialist, but really I just work on automation with Linux, the cloud, and a bunch of different random softwares.
Yeah, someone was asking like, why is Kevin in the dark? It looks so mysterious.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the lighting right, but it's hard because maybe that'll help a little bit.
Yeah, I'm just literally hanging around just so just to answer any questions, and then obviously it's gonna be a short live session, and then so I did do a live training yesterday. Kevin, I'm pretty sure you weren't there, but
I
I,
watched a little bit of it. Yeah.
I did a webinar on Active Directory, and we went over PowerShell a little bit. We went over command line. I also went over how to rejoin the PC to the domain. I also went over how to install Active Directory. I went over how to unlock an account. I basically recreated someone's account and it got locked out. I unlocked it, stuff like that. So that's what I did. It's a whole video. It's on Discord, and it's on my LinkedIn group that I created. So
Nice.
yep.
Corey asked, "What's my preferred Linux flavor?" I don't really prefer any one of them, really. I just say use whatever you want to use. I don't believe in there being one that's better or or anything than the other. My desktop, I'm using Arch Linux, but that is something that I do not recommend to beginners because it's pretty hands on and pretty intricate. Unless like you really can figure things out for yourself, then I would recommend it because you'll learn a lot of things that way.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but beginners usually, somebody mentioned earlier, Linux Mint, Ubuntu, Debian, it's all fine because those are pretty out of the box, ready to go.
Yep. Someone was asking, are there any help desk simulators to practice some of the most frequent requests people get on working help desk experience?
That'd be interesting. Maybe like a game or something. Like you
Yeah,
practice being a help desk or something.
yeah, there would be a game like that, but like usually what I do is if you're doing help desk and if you wanna practice like actual help desk issues, like I recommend you create, yeah, exactly, what Mike said, make your own tickets, and then you could actually simulate the actual help desk stuff. Like for example, like you log in as Jimmy, and then you type it a couple of times. You can unlock you have to go back to Active Directory and unlock the account, right? That's one example. Another example is you create 3 folders, share folders, and then you map Jimmy. So when he logs in, it maps him automatically, right? With through group policy or through Active Directory itself with the home folder or home drive. So you can practice like that. Like the things like that you could definitely do. It's just labs, right? At the
Yeah,
end of the day, it's just labs. You could just practice that and you should be good to go after that. So
you need to lab every day.
yeah, and then another simulation for JM if you want. Like if you're really serious about it, because a lot of places are going to the cloud now. You could actually get Azure for free for 12 months, and then you could actually install Server 2019 and create an instance of Server 2019, and then install AD Connect on it, and then create a hybrid environment on Azure, and then you could actually because Citrix is free. So I don't know if you know, but Citrix is free also. You could go and get that in the marketplace. Then you can start creating virtual desktops and then connect everything together and create a lab simulation that way. So very
Yeah.
interesting.
No excuses. If you don't have the computer to run the VMs, you got the cloud, and if you like, the cloud's going to give you free money to do it for like 30 days at least, even on the most expensive of clouds. Plenty of options to work on this stuff. They shown, I believe that's how you say your name. Yes, is CentOS going to fall off since support is ending this year? So this is a big problem, and it's actually something that's impacting a lot of us in the Linux world, where we're trying to figure out what do we want to do next, right? Do with CentOS. So CentOS is a long-term support release that's usually used by companies to run their Linux servers, and it's a fork, or it's kind of like a parallel upstream fork of the Red Hat operating system, Red Hat Enterprise Linux. For Red Hat Enterprise Linux, you have to pay a support license to Red Hat. So a lot of people prefer to use CentOS because it's free and it has the same exact content, plus or minus a few things here and there. Now, what CentOS has done is they've moved to CentOS Stream, which is the rolling release distro, so it's a lot more up to date. But that also means that for a lot of companies, that doesn't work because you lose that stability that existed with the old CentOS releases. So what a lot of people have done is they've decided to either go with Red Hat, pay the money, or they now go with something else like Debian, Ubuntu, or whatever it is, other distro that's works for them. But everybody has to decide for themselves as a company what is going to work for their needs and what they want, for their teams to work with.
Mike, you gotta keep in mind, Mike, that I'm in New York, so New York doesn't really use Linux. Super rare that they use Linux over here. super duper rare. So for you, so you ask me that question about Linux, I'm like, I don't do that because we don't really use Linux in New York. It's super rare.
Yeah, the only time you're going to be using Linux for the most part in New York is if you're doing something like me in the back end infrastructure world. Honestly, as a help desk, anything like beginner level, you're not really going to be touching it. If you get into networking, you might also be touching it as well.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But with me, it's just like I don't touch it at all. So you're asking me about Linux, I'm like, okay,
Now, he did say Mac still. There's a lot of Mac environments in New York City. There are
yeah.
lots.
So yeah, so
Ours
there's
is
like
that one, actually.
there is what's a Gem F, um,
Jamf, yeah.
Jeff, yeah, and then people are using AirWatch, and then a few companies are using something else. So yeah, you that's mostly like my from my personal experience. This is going based on my experience. I see that with when they do like design, Adobe Creative Cloud, and they do like in design, and they design like fashion, like dresses and stuff like that. Usually, I see people that work in that environment. They all have Mac machines. They do like video editing, and they do like portrait editing. They do like clothing editing and stuff like that. They typically use a Mac machine. They don't use a Windows machine. So yeah, that's from my personal experience. But I'm just speaking on based on my experience. Everyone's experience is different, obviously, but.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah, the Mac environments are very big, exactly like you're saying, like in the entertainment field and stuff. A lot of software developers, they prefer to use Macs because it just works for their use case, and it's Linux-like, but you don't have the problems that come with Linux, right? Linux is great as a server operating system, but as a desktop operating system, it's not quite there for a lot of people. It doesn't do everything that they need. It's not always like easily managed by the IT teams, right? IT teams have to have knowledge of how to manage it. Help desk has to be trained on how to support it. So it's a lot of times it's easier just to deal with Macs. And fun fact: if you learn Linux, if you go to the command line on a Mac, it's basically the same thing.
Pretty
It's
much,
not gonna be
yeah.
the same commands, but most of the things are going to be like pretty similar because Mac is a fork of Unix. Well, it's a pretty big fork of Unix, and it's a fork of BSD. And BSD is a fork of Unix. There we go. And Linux is a Unix-like operating system. So there's a lot of similarities in terms of how things are built and things are set up.
If someone's asking me about computer forensics, I probably won't do that.
I
Yeah,
know a little bit about that.
yeah. I'm just like, that's not. I'm not in. I have to do something I like. I'm not into that. So
Let me actually grab a book. I'll recommend it. 1 second.
I'm gonna look for. I'm gonna look for my colleague that gave me this. Okay, so I have 3 giveaways today. So the two of them is free. Two of them are free courses to free courses to AWS, Amazon AWS. So I have two of them, and it's like over 100 hours of free courses by a technical trainer, AWS. So I have two of those. Then that's second and third prize, right? But first prize is 1 month of free Try Hack Me for 1 month. And someone was asking, who's this? Someone was asking, who's this person talking? Oh, who's a person in what do you who's here basically? I mean, that's Kev. You guys don't know Kev? Come
It's
on,
Kevin.
Kevin.
This is Kevin. I'm Kevin. We're both Kevin. I'm Kev runs on Duncan in the chat, or if you've been in the Discord, KevRock67. You may have seen me around here. IT career questions, job skills share. We're usually hanging out all together. It's all one big community of people. And here's a book for a person asking a forensics question. If you're interested in learning more about what forensics is like, getting into it, a path kind of to get started with it, this book right here, it's by David Cohen. He is a pretty big person in the forensics world, and he wrote this book basically how to get started in forensics. It's called the InfoSec Pro Guide Computer Forensics. Pretty good. I read it myself. Very interesting field. Be prepared to do a lot of research. Be prepared to, basically explore new things, right? Like in the law enforcement world, sometimes there's a lot of pre-built tools. But if you really want to be good, you want to understand how those tools actually work. You want to be able to build your own tools, right? So when you go to court and you're, having to say why your evidence is actually accurate, right? Your analysis of the evidence is actually accurate. You can back that up and not, not ruin a case and potentially ruin somebody's life because you made a mistake in how you analyze your evidence. So yeah, definitely recommend this book to get started. He also has a podcast called The Forensic Lunch, which hasn't been happening for a few months, but there's a few videos up there as well where he talks about a lot of this stuff.
Forensic Lunch? What the heck?
Yeah. Basically, he would do a lot of labs and stuff, and walk people through it.
Someone said, what's the name of the book again?
InfoSec Pro Guide, Computer Forensics.
To answer your question, Brandon, yes, we did sleep.
David Cohen. You can find him on LinkedIn.
Mike, I could go anywhere at this point. Since I could do whatever I want. It's just I'm trying to decide what I'm gonna do. I'm not sure yet. I'm stuck between IT manager and technical trainer. Like audio video systems, I have a lot of experience on that because I always had to create meetings and set up meetings. Some companies will use Cisco DX40. I'm not sure you're familiar with that. Some companies would use the actual Zoom app, the Zoom application itself, and then integrate it with the Zoom systems. And then all you do is just put the meeting ID, and then you just join through video that way. Some companies use a Crestron kiosk. So basically, you touch the screen and you manually put the number in there. You dial out, dial in. You could do dial calls, or you could do video calls. You could do a combination of both. You can invite another room to come in if they're capable of doing it. So you want to make sure you do video testing with other rooms before you actually do it. I remember I did a video call with another company, and their systems were incompatible with our systems. So then we tried joining the call, it wouldn't work. It would just crash every single time. So we ended up just doing because you can't do video and audio. It just didn't let us do it. It just wasn't working. So I ended up doing is I had the Cisco box, and I put it on speaker. I put that on speaker, and I just set up video only in the actual room. So then they have to talk on the speaker, but then the video is coming out from the actual video on the screen. That's the only way I got it to work, because if I put both video and sound at the same time, the whole thing would just crash. So that was my solution, or my workaround for someone that was helping. It's just a bad experience, and I'm like, I'm sorry I had to set it up that way. Like, it's just, this doesn't, your system's not compatible with our system, so I can't do it the other way, unfortunately.
Sometimes you just have to find the quick patch solution and just get on with your day. So you can't just spend too much time on one problem, because people need things to do, right? By the time you figure everything out perfectly in the right way, it's too late. The meeting's over.
Yep.
Mike had asked, do you need a master's degree to get into forensics? Not necessarily. You really don't. Obviously, if you're going to the law enforcement world, it's probably nice to have at least a bachelor's or something to back up your credentials, or a couple of certs. Obviously, you got to get up to the stands, right? And I'm speaking obviously not as a person in this field, but that has heard from other people in this field, right? You get up to the stand, and the defense attorney goes and asks you, what are your credentials? And you say none. They're probably going to say, okay, how do we know that you know what you're talking about, right? Something like that. So it's probably nice to have some kind of credentials, to help with your job search process and all that stuff. But it's not necessary to have a master's, though.
Yep.
And there's different kinds of forensics. It's not just law enforcement. You could also be on an internal team doing incident response, right? You can, and all you do is hey, this server got hacked, or we think it got hacked. Go investigate what happened. What got lost? Was data lost? Maybe you're investigating internal employees, right? HR says, well, this person is suspected of having had certain kinds of content on their computer. Go investigate that, right? So there's a lot of different things that you can do in the field, and the book kind of covers all the different jobs that you can go into within it. And there's multiple different roles that grow over time as well. This book is a little bit older, but as time goes on, different roles come into existence in the IT world. There's always something new coming up. Now, for example, during the pandemic, there were a ton of Zoom positions. All you did was manage Zoom. That was not a thing before.
Mm-hmm. So, good. Kevin and KevD teaching Active Directory. Oh no, I taught yesterday Active Directory. I see Sammer's here. I got through week 3 of my first help desk job, keeping my call times low and one of my many things to work on. And if you and a client are on the phone, you are also not doing something else. Any recommendations for PowerShell? Microsoft has so many free videos. They're pretty sure they have like free lessons online if you go online and look for Microsoft stuff.
Yeah, there's also a book, PowerShell in 30 Lunches or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's a good book to have and kind of go through that as well.
And I also made a Google document with PowerShell commands that we shared on Discord and we shared with everyone, and you could just keep adding to it. But we do have a document with PowerShell commands. So
That's why you got to be in the Discord. You're gonna miss a lot of things if you're not in the Discord.
yeah, exactly. It's just, we have like an actual PowerShell document sheet with all the PowerShell commands that we commonly use in a job environment. That it's free. You could just go and look at it. So I'm using PowerShell now a lot, like crazy. I was doing Office 365, Exchange, Admin Center, Teams, doing stuff on like I had an issue with SSCM. I resolved it just using a PowerShell command. I was helping somebody with something else, and I fixed it just using PowerShell. And it's just like I'm getting comfortable with it. I wasn't comfortable with it before because it would be blocked for me, so I couldn't use PowerShell at all. It's just like wow, the job that I worked at, they would block it for some reason. So it's just like, come on, man. So it's good. It's good learning experience though. So
yeah, we got to get you on Linux, man. Now you're doing PowerShell.
Yep.
Kev tries Linux for a month.
That'll be funny. That'll be so funny.
The whole series.
If you see me using Linux, there's something wrong with me because I'm a Windows guy.
You can figure it out, man. It's easy.
Yeah. So it's just like, do you guys use RDP a lot and help? RDP, remote desktop protocol. We use remote applications. So remote applications is what we use. So like some companies will use SSEM. Some companies will use BumGuard. Some companies will use Soho. There's an app called Soho for remote applications. Some companies will use Kaseya. Some companies will use ConnectWise. Some companies would use GoToAssist or LogMeIn. So it really depends on the company that you're working in. But for the most part, there is some sort of remote application that the company will give you access to. And if they don't have that, they'll give you like a fake, that's like a fake, but like a free trial. They'll use something. Like the company will use something that if they can't afford it. Like what Brandon said, they'll probably use TeamViewer.
Yeah. You gotta do what you gotta do, right?
Trying to save money, right? TeamViewer. So some companies would just use that because they don't have money. They have a budget, right? So some companies have budgets, and it's just like we're not going to spend all that money on BumGuard. BumGuard is extremely expensive, by the way. It's very expensive.
So I'm seeing quite a few questions about the Log4j exploit that was happening.
Yeah.
So our company actually, we identified it pretty early and got things working. I personally didn't have to spend all night up like a lot of people that I know that they were trying to patch things and fix things up. But if you have software out there that's based on Java, and really it's better just to Google a lot of the most critical software that you have on your company that's forward facing, and see if there's a vulnerability for Log4j, because right now it's at version 2.15. It's a remote command execution, meaning that I can use it to run commands on your server and take over that server essentially. And then 2.16 was released as a patch for that 2.15 bug, and 2.16 fixes a bug where a DDoS can be done using that same exploit. That was pretty confusing, but point is, it's important that you check your infrastructure to make sure that everything's up to date, because it is a very, very bad vulnerability. A lot of people have lost a lot of sleep over the last few weeks trying to fix their servers, because now there's even ransomwares that are taking advantage of it and like completely destroying servers and stuff. It's no good. But no, our company responded pretty quickly and rapidly and got everything going. I don't know about you, Kev, if you've heard about on your side.
No, we don't have issues with that at all.
Yeah.
Like, I heard absolutely nothing about that in my job environment. They looked at it, the vulnerability, they looked at the issue, they're like, yeah, this doesn't affect us. Back to work.
we have we have too much software. Like there's too many things that can be affected. So
Yeah.
like it, and like because you don't have to have directly. So Log4j is like the standard Java logging framework. So a lot of things are going to be using that, especially if they're written in Java. They're going to be using that to write logs a lot of the times. If you want software that was so old that it was on Log4j 1.x, you're good. But that's still a problem because now you're literally safe because you didn't update. Probably update.
Pretty much.
Yes, we have more vCenters were vulnerable. Absolutely. And firewalls, yes.
All right. Let's see here. I was looking at was a spin the wheel.
Mm.
Looking at that. I was just checking it to see if it works. So sometimes that website doesn't work, but it looks like it's working today. It's good. So I have 3 giveaways. I went over already. I have tell you right now what we have. Just give me a second.
I need more coffee.
I have tell you right now. I have AWS for free on AWS Certified Solutions Architect course, AWS Certified Solutions Architect Professional, AWS Certified SysOps Administrator, AWS Certified Developer, AWS Certified DevOps Engineer, and AWS Certified Advanced Networking. All the
That's
courses are
pretty good.
$360, but it's free. And I have two. I'm giving out 2 of those for free today, and I have 1 month of Try Hack Me. Those are the 3 things I'm giving out today. And the reason why I'm giving it out is because I'm partnered with Cyber Supply Drop, and they always give you free stuff. That's the reason why I'm part. That's like my Christmas gift, if that makes sense. Because I have stuff I'll give away, and if I
That's
if
a
I get
really
more,
good Christmas gift.
yeah, if I have more stuff, I'll give away more stuff. All right, that's what I'm giving away today. Just stay. You guys should stay here, and I'll add you on the spin the wheel, and we'll see who gets the prize. But basically, that's what it is. And I have a bunch of stuff going on next year. So next year I have Udemy course I'm working on. I'm also working on a book for help desk. I'm also working on a Azure AWS course with Ryan O'Connell from New Zealand. I'm also working on I'm working on a certification. Don't ask about that. Very random. Um, and yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it. And I might be traveling too. I don't know yet. We'll see what happens. It's not confirmed, but I may be traveling to another state to talk for a webinar, but that's not confirmed yet. So we'll see how that works. But I'm supposed to be going to like a conference call on and just speaking to like students and everyone. I have to do one of those next year. And next year, sorry, next week I'm going to a school to talk in a school. So I got invited to a school in New York to talk in a school. So
Nice.
next year, let's say next year, next week I will go and I have to go to a school and they invited me. Like they want me to go and talk to the school. So after work, I'm gonna go and do a call with the students or a talk with the students. So we'll see how that goes. Brandon, I'm traveling with for the webinar is because I'm physically meeting IT directors and managers and stuff like that. So they want me to physically be there. So that's gonna be interesting. But next week I'm gonna do a call with students and it's gonna be like a video call. I'm gonna physically be there, but at the same time they're gonna make it go into video at the same time, so people that are watching from home can watch from home. But I'm physically gonna be in the school and be talking to students. So it should be very interesting.
I'm excited for that webinar, man. I can't wait for you to announce that. That's gonna be great.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything yet. So,
Yeah,
yeah, and we'll see how that goes. We'll see if it's approved yet or not, but we'll see if they say.
yeah. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, yeah, it's very interesting. I haven't spoken about it on YouTube. That's gonna be very interesting. Funny how the world works like that. But
Yeah.
yeah, and I have the LinkedIn group as well. So good morning, guys. Good morning, Steven. I see you in LinkedIn. Good morning, um, Sarah, Francisco, Umar, Willis, David. I see a bunch of people on LinkedIn. Sorry, guys. I'm not ignoring you. I see you guys on LinkedIn. Sorry, it's just that I had to have 2 windows open at the same time. But I see you guys on LinkedIn.
LinkedIn doesn't even scroll for me with the comments.
Yeah. Someone said network engineer doesn't interest. I'm not into networking, man. It's just I'm never into that. So, someone asked about the PowerShell files. Let me see if I can find it. I'll give that to you real quick. Um, oh yeah, I'm also working with cybersecurity as well, obviously, which I spoke about that already. So let me give you the link for PowerShell. Give me a second.
Mike, I have no certs, no degree, nothing.
There you
I
go.
just I just have skills.
Just have skills. Brandon, they are paying for everything. Anyway, yeah. So let me. I want to go into that because I don't know if it's a yes or no yet. But yeah, uh, there's a link for PowerShell. I just shared it on YouTube in the comments. These are the commands that we put in there. So if you want to look at that, that's it's stuff that we've been adding to it. I'm traveling to Vegas soon. Oh, you're traveling to Vegas? Oh,
Fun time.
yeah, fun time.
That's a good idea, Mike. Volunteering. I always recommend volunteering to people trying to get into IT. If
Yep.
you can't find a job, if you don't have experience and you're struggling to find a job, and somebody offers you a volunteer experience, take it. Experience is experience, and volunteer experience is definitely useful. That's actually how I started myself. I volunteered at my school, and then they were like, "Hey, we lost one of our employees. We need people. Are you interested?" Yes, and I took the job.
So people don't know this, but my first job in IT, I worked for free for 2 months before they actually hired me. So it's just like you do what you got to do, right, to get job experience. So
Yeah,
that's what I did. So
and also you're helping. Like sometimes you're helping like a community or just people who need IT and maybe can't afford it, right? Like some nonprofit or something like that. It's always a good thing to do, I think.
yep. What somebody said, part time IT work, freelance. Yeah, you could freelance. It's Field Nation. Yep, Upwork works. Someone said I worked the whole summer for free.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Obviously, you want to make some money, but you're just getting started. Sometimes you have to do what you got to do.
Someone says it necessary to start a career in networking before getting into cybersecurity. Not really. You could go into SOC analyst. I mean,
Yeah.
that's just my opinion. Like you could go into SOC analyst if you don't have to you don't have to do networking to get into cybersecurity. I see people go into cybersecurity doing help desk. And then some people get into sysadmin and then go into cybersecurity after that. And I see someone just not even do either help desk or sysadmin, do SOC analyst. Like, you know what? Screw it. They just go into SOC analyst. So
You just if as long as you have the knowledge, you have the skills, you can sell yourself in your interview.
yep.
You'll be fine. And your resume, obviously, your resume has to read right? So, like I always say, there's always a lot of talk of entry level positions. They're always asking for so much, but at the same time, your resume can't read like a blank slate. I need to know that you've done some work on your side as well, in order for me to say, okay, yeah, you need to be given a chance.
And
Like, you can't just walk in with no knowledge. Like, for example, you don't even know what Active Directory is. I mean, you need to do a little bit of work, and that'll help you overcome these barriers of entry that are set at these jobs. Because at the end of the day, these are companies that need to make money, and a lot of times they don't have time to train from the absolute zero ground. You barely know how to use a computer, so you need to have some form of base level knowledge, and then from there you can go ahead. You don't necessarily have to have a ton of experience. You can ignore those 3 to 5 years of experience necessary. If you have the knowledge, you have the skills, you'll be fine.
I was gonna say that if you're not in Simply Cyber's Discord, you're missing out. If you're not in the Cyber Mentors Discord, you're missing out. And if you're not in Cyber Jobs Hunting Discords, it's three different Discords of cybersecurity. You're missing out because they all do like resume reviews. So they look at your resume, they tell you what to have on your resume, and they also tell you like you should be doing this and this and this for home labs, so you get relevant job experience for cybersecurity. So I'm on those three Discords. I'm not into security, but I look at what they do and I look at how they do it and what they do and why it's important. So I recommend you go into those three different Discords and And the Cyber Mentor has an amazing course, by the way, and
Very good.
Udemy and his website on security, and it's actually being recognized little by little every day. So I recommend you take that course if you haven't. And he was giving it out for free at some point. So it's just
Yeah.
just, just saying.
And you have to realize again, like I say it almost every time. There's so many paths in security. There's so many different jobs. So, for example, you said, Mike, that some people have different opinions on why do you need networking or not for cybersecurity. Yeah, because there's some areas in cybersecurity where you're not going to touch networking at all. It just depends on what path in cybersecurity you want to get into, right? If you're in pen testing and you don't know what a subnet is, that's a problem, right? Because when the client is going to say, "Hey, this is the subnet I want you to scan," and you go and scan some other random subnet because you don't even know what that means, that's going to be a problem. Like there's a lot of different fields. You need to figure out where you want to go, and by doing that, you'll be able to figure out what you need to learn. But I still recommend you have a baseline understanding of all the fields of IT in general to be a well-rounded individual, so you're not just pigeonholed into one little corner if anything happens, or maybe you get bored of the job, or you realize it's not what you thought it was, right? Imagine you spend all your time learning just this one thing and you know nothing else about anything else.
Yep.
Like you become all you do is Active Directory, you know nothing else except for Active Directory. What are you going to do when you get bored of Active Directory and you want another job? You're stuck. I don't know if you agree with that, Kev.
No, I agree with you. Like, I'm always gonna go back to basics. Like people hate me when I talk about basics, but I'm always gonna go back to basics. Like if you don't know fundamentals and you don't know how to troubleshoot anything in the fundamental level, then you're gonna be in trouble. I'm just being honest with you. It's just like it's not gonna work for you. I'm sorry, and I'm not trying to be mean or anything. It's just that thing is that we have too many people who try to do advanced stuff before going into the basics first, right? So why do you think the OSI model is there, right?
So, exactly.
It's there for a reason. It's not there for decoration. You have to know the OSI model and just go based on that and then work your way up. So that's the reason why I tell everyone like you want to look at the fundamentals first, and it's very important. And I'm actually people were asking about the Discord links. I'm actually going to look for it right now. So just bear with me. So I have 3 different Discord links that I'm going to share right now, and I'm part of their Discords, by the way, and they talk to me all the time. I hang out on different I'm on 20, I think 20 different Discords. Yeah, or 25. I might have to, I have to double check. But
It's quite a bit.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
also part of CompTIA's Discord and Professor Messer's Discord. So if you guys don't know, they both have Discords. CompTIA has Discords and they do free training or free studying for the certifications. And Professor Messer has his own Discord as well, and they do free studying as well. So if you're not on those Discords, then I don't know what you're doing. You're probably sleeping or something. It's free. So these are the 3 Discords I mentioned. There you go. It may not let me put all them one. I might have to put them one by one. It may not let me do them.
It's like combining them into one link.
Yeah, so I'm gonna put that one first. I'm gonna put the second one right now. Just bear with me.
What skills? Well, while you're doing that, Jasek asked what skills for second level support. When it comes to tier 2, it's just a little bit more than what tier 1 does at the end of the day. You're a little bit more advanced troubleshooting, a little bit more just understanding of how things work. It's nothing crazy. There's no different skills from what Kevtech teaches or anything like that. It's just a better understanding, more experience with things to solve problems. It's nothing too crazy. Just keep learning, keep labbing. You'll be fine.
Yeah, like somebody got a job. What was it? BJM, whatever. He got a job with no certs, right?
Yeah.
So anything is possible. So
Should I put something as simple as creating a virtual machine in VirtualBox in your resume? I wouldn't say it like that. I wouldn't say it like that because that's like, okay, cool. You can make a virtual machine. That's like expected. It should be something else more like built Active Directory environment or created DNS DHCP server. So make it a little bit more than just I created a VM. Because creating a VM, you can follow 2-3 steps and you're done. Like there's nothing special about it. And I don't mean that to be mean, but it's just fundamental baseline.
yep.
They want to see what can you actually do. Like you're not going to be creating a VM at your job as a help desk. That's not your job. That's a sysadmin's job.
Yep.
So you don't have to worry about those things. They're more interested in what can you do with the softwares, right? What how can you support things? How can you troubleshoot things?
Yeah, just someone said, look at my resume examples. I have resume samples. I don't know why people don't look at it.
Yes, he has a great video with Tegan actually, where they broke down how to go about writing your resume if you watch Kevtech videos, and they made a template and everything. So you guys go watch that. There was a professional resume writer.
Yeah, professional. Yep. Yeah, someone wrote Kevtech Labs help me. Was it Kentron King? He's here. He actually got a job in IT. So I'm
Nice,
happy.
congrats.
Yeah, I'm happy. 40 years old.
Nice.
Age is just a number.
Can't be worried about that.
Can't be worried about the age. So
Doesn't matter where you're at. I've seen people in their 60s get into IT. It's never too late.
never too late. Yep. Oh, who was it? Eddie? Eddie's like 50 something. He got a job in IT.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, it's just I don't know why people are like, oh, I'm 30, whatever. Is it too late to apply for a job? And it's just don't stop saying that. It's just a number. So it's nothing to do with age. It's just if you have the right mindset, you could do it. You just gotta have the right mindset. That's the other thing, right? You gotta have the right mindset, because people get discouraged too quickly and they don't want to do IT anymore after that. So it's just having the right mindset of not giving up. That's what it is. That's really what it is. Really, it's a mindset thing. Like people just they think you get a job like with the next day. It doesn't work that way. Everyone gets a job differently. Like
Yeah.
takes some people, it may take them 6 months. Some people it may take them 1 month. Some people it may take them 1 week. Everyone gets a job differently, and everyone has their own way of getting their job. So
I mean, I already had 3 years of experience, 3.5 years of experience. It took me 4 months to get my current job.
Yep.
4 months of applying straight. Kev knows. I literally ran out of jobs to apply for. It's like I literally have nothing else. I have to wait for postings to come up. 4 months, and I had experience and I had the skills. So I mean, it could be super quick, get super lucky and get a job right away. Like our friend Hafe over here, she got a job pretty quickly when she was looking for a new job. Or it could take you forever. Like me and Kev. Me and Kev were actually both spending around that amount of time applying, looking for new jobs, and we have experience. So it's just what it is. It can be any situation can happen. So don't get discouraged.
Yep.
And Angelica had asked earlier about resources for being in NYC and learning and getting into IT. Said also that like she wanted to get into tech earlier, and it was told kind of like, you have to take this math and this stuff in college. Look, when it comes to being in New York, we have everybody around us. There's all kinds of different people from all walks of life. Get out there, find these events, network with them. Meetup.com, and right now with the thing that's going on, there's less of that stuff in the city, but you can still find things here and there to go meet people, talk to people, and figure out, hey, maybe are you guys hiring, or something like that. On LinkedIn, right? Go on LinkedIn, find people, message recruiters, ask them questions. And yeah, there's also a bunch of free resources like schools and stuff like that that'll teach you IT as well. Obviously, Kev's videos. There's all kinds of stuff in the city.
Someone's like, you're both from New York. Yeah, I'm from New York. I'm from New York. I'm born and raised from New York, and I it's super rare that you see me in the city unless I'm with Kev. Then I'm in the city with Kev, and unless I'm with Kev over here, then you'll probably see me in the city. It was funny. Remember Kev? Remember that thing we went to? And I met someone that watches my YouTube videos. It was so funny.
Yeah, it was a friend of my friend happened to watch Kev's videos when I took Kev to meetup that we had. It was like, the most crazy random thing.
Yeah. He's like, we went to that was a restaurant / bar, and like what's Kev doing here? And is he gonna sit where I'm sitting? And I sat right next to him. Hey, what's up? He's like, what? what is Kev doing over here? Where did he come from? Is he gonna come into the same place I'm meeting at? And I just showed up randomly.
Yeah.
And no, I was excited because I got really excited because he was working retail, and then he went over and got a job in IT, and he watched my resume video, and he did the labs and everything, and he was just super happy about the whole. It just like it had a good feeling for me because I'm like, okay, I'm doing this is helping someone. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
that was like I was like, wow, what we're all doing as a community is making an impact. Like we're seeing it firsthand. Right, first we meet the first time. Well, I know who you guys are. Like I like that. But no, I was gonna say that New York City is big. There's millions of people here, but also it's very small. Like
Yeah,
you can you just never know who you're gonna meet and who you're gonna talk to,
yeah.
and you just have to get out there. You can really make some very interesting networks here in the city. Take advantage of that.
Yeah, and I was really surprised. I'm like I was not expecting that to be honest with you. And then yeah, brought me a drink and we're just talking. We sat there. We just spent hours and hours of talking. So I wasn't expecting that, but sometimes it happens like that. So it happens with people. People just you just happen to bump into someone and like, oh, what's he doing here? So it was crazy for me. I wasn't expecting that.
Hmm.
That was a good. It was a good experience. We got to hang out. We talked a little bit. I networked with a bunch of other. I networked with a bunch of hiring managers too, like and a bunch of other people. And networking is very important. Like I talk about that all the time. You gotta know how to network with the right people. Just talk to people. Like get out of your comfort zone and just talk to people and see what they say and see what they do. If you have a business card, give them your business card. If you don't, then that's fine. But just get something from them, right? Get their phone number, get their contact information. Obviously, if they don't have a business card, add them on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
You ask them for the LinkedIn information. Okay, what's your first name? What's your last name? And I'll add you right now, and then you'll add that person on LinkedIn. So I didn't know, I didn't realize how important networking was until like last year and then this year. So it's just like one of those things that you need to keep in mind that it's very important networking. And Kev could call me on this. Like Kev could call me on this. You have to know how to network with people. It's just don't go talk to anyone. If they invite you for a party or they invite you to go out to eat, if someone randomly invites you and they work IT, go hang out with them and
Talk to them.
see what they have, right? Like see what they have to offer you. Like even if it's not something that's gonna help you, like at least connect with someone, right? It's very important.
Look, you have to, even if you're shy, you need to just practice it and get better at it because it's gonna help you even in your own like career, right? So I was a much shyer person, and I practiced it, and now I go to company events, right, and I'm talking to everybody. Oh, you're in sales, you're in experiences, whatever it is, it doesn't matter to me. You're somebody that I can talk to, somebody I can network with. I used to only have LinkedIn on my computer. Now I have the app. So if I'm outside and I meet some person, I'm like, hey, I want to connect with you. I just pull it out. Here, find yourself on LinkedIn. We can connect and maybe have a conversation later. You never know who you're going to talk to. So be open to just meeting new people. It can help you out in the future. You never know. Like if you talk Kev's network is insane, and Kev taught me the value of that, and that's where I've kind of adopted his mindset with it. And I believe that everybody should, like it's when you can just say, hey, yeah, I know somebody from that company when you're applying to it's a good feeling. Right? You can kind of ask them, how do you like the job? Is there? Sometimes they might have a referral. Maybe they have a referral link. Like right, I have a referral link myself, for example. There's a lot of things like that. You just never know what somebody can offer to you.
You build that positive relationship with people around you that you don't know. You just build a relationship with them because sometimes in IT, and I'm not just trying to be like I'm trying to be very direct. Sometimes in IT, like you never know when you need help, right? So sometimes you may have to ask for help. So one hand helps the other hand, right? So if you know someone and they're hiring and they like you as a person, and they'll probably recommend you to their job or their company that they're working for. So that's why you want to connect with as many people as you possibly can, because if you have an amazing personality and you make yourself stand out and you seem like a nice person, the person that you're hanging out with, they may have a manager, they may have an IT director, they may have a CTO, they may have somebody in their company that is hiring, like, oh, hey, I just met Kevin, and he has a nice personality, and he's looking for a job. and I have his resume right here. Do you think you could take the time to look at it and maybe reach out to him? So things like that, like it's just very important that you build those connections, build those relationships with people. Even if you don't know them, just try to go out there and talk to people, take them out for coffee, maybe buy them food, maybe just join these conferences calls and stuff like that. And also it makes you be less nervous because you get less nervous when you're hanging out with people. You're more relaxed and you're less tense. You're more sociable because I know some people that work IT. I'm just being honest with you. People that work IT are not sociable at all. So you want to make sure you want to make sure you get out of your shell a little bit, right? And be
Practice, yeah.
sociable with people and practice because when we work IT, people are not sociable at all. Like, people do not like to talk to other people. People do not like to take phone calls. People do not like to talk to customers. And I don't blame you, but you have to get out of your shell and talk to people.
Yeah, and those are things that people are going to look for in an interview. They're going to look. They're not just looking at your technical skills. They're looking, can you talk to people? Because if you're dealing with an angry customer, you need to know how to respectfully tell them certain things and make sure that the problem actually gets solved, and it's not just you yelling at them and them yelling at you. You should not be yelling at a customer, period. But it's you need to develop the social skills if you want to get into this field or any field really. It's not just this field. The more you move up in any company, you're going to need to talk to people. So just get good at it now. Like
Mm-hmm.
if you might think, oh yeah, I'm just going to be in the back in the data center. I'm not talking to anybody. That's not true. You have a team. You have other people that you work with. You have a boss. You have your boss's boss. You have so many people that you're going to interact with in a day. There's no getting away from it. You have to work on it.
Yep.
And let's see here. I think Gary's saying we don't have New York City accents. Yeah, it's because we that's also part of the communication thing, right? Same point. There's certain ways that you talk in certain environments, right? So we can eliminate that New York accent in certain environments, like what we call it code switching, right? So we're not going to talk crazy street ghetto, right, in a professional environment, and that's something that actually you have to learn as well. For some people, like some people aren't able to do that, and it doesn't come off as professional, and that's one of those things that comes with practice as well.
Yep. Now look at Tonio. Tonio, you got a job. Hey, Kev, thanks to you,
Nice.
I got my first job. I've been there for 3 months now. I work between Queens and Brooklyn, Williamsburg. I like to meet up with you one day with you guys and talk about IT. We definitely do that. I'm always in Brooklyn, by the way. You'll see me in Williamsburg. I'm always in Williamsburg. So if you guys ever want to see me or talk to me, I'm usually in that area. Like today, I'm not in that area, but usually I'm in that area. I'm in that area all the time because I'm from Brooklyn. I'm originally from Brooklyn. So, but congrats on you, man.
Hey,
Nice.
congrats, man. And maybe one of these days we can, when this whole thing is over, we can have a New York City meetup or something like that.
Yeah, we'll do a New York City meetup, and or maybe like a tech meetup with people in IT that want to hang out and just connect with other people, and we could share our information, right? And then we could connect with people on LinkedIn and stuff like that, and just have everyone share their information together. That'll be a good
That'd be
idea
really cool.
actually. Next year, yeah, not now obviously, but next year we could do something like that. That'll be awesome. So, yeah, congratulations, man. Nice work. So, Jay, Jay. So Jay, yeah, I did. So Jay, yesterday I did Active Directory. I went over PowerShell. I did command line. I went over how to add a computer to the domain, unjoin, rejoin to the domain. I also installed Active Directory. I also went over RSAT tools. I also went over how to give someone delegation access only, delegation control on Active Directory, so they can do password reset. And I went over a few other things, and that recording is free, and that's on my Discord. And I also posted it on my LinkedIn group. So I created a LinkedIn group. I have 428 members on LinkedIn group right now. I had like 10, now I have 400. So it's gonna grow. It's gonna grow. The LinkedIn group I created, it's specifically for people that are trying to get into IT or people that already have a job that want to get into something else like cybersecurity or network admin. I invited a bunch of hiring managers in that LinkedIn group. So I suggest you add me on LinkedIn or add the group, whatever works for you, because I have like 9,000 followers on LinkedIn, and I talk to a lot of hiring managers and job recruiters. So just give you the heads up. If someone's asking for the LinkedIn group URL or link, let me see. Let me see if I can get it.
While you're doing that, Joanjo asks, "How would I would like your opinions on contract jobs through a staffing agency and how not to get into career plateau in a new job?" Uh, it's fine. I mean, just make sure you read your contract, see how long it is. Make sure you're getting some form of decent pay. Sometimes they'll underpay those, and your hours aren't crazy. Uh, Obviously, benefits. That's probably going to be one of the main downsides of contract jobs. Sometimes you won't get certain benefits. But yeah, just as to not plateauing, just make sure you're always moving forward, always studying, and it's not always easy. But if you're especially at that entry level point, you have to kind of force yourself to keep learning. And 6 months, a year, move on to your next position. Don't stay there, especially if it's not paying good. You can moving to different companies. You'll make a lot more money than trying to promote internally, unless it's a really good company. Sometimes you get into a really good company, you like where you're at, like where I'm at. I like where I'm at. I really wouldn't want to move out right now. So sometimes you find a good company and you know that they're going to take care of you, so you stay. But you want to move somewhere else sooner rather than later. Don't try to stay in help desk unless you want to like move up and become like a manager or something. Don't try to move to something more advanced and always be pushing forward.
I was gonna say that it depends on the staff. It depends on the staffing agency. It depends where you go because I had some bad experiences with job recruiters. I'm sorry, I don't want to say bad things about job recruiters, but like some job recruiters try to give you jobs that are not related to what you do. So that's the only thing that frustrates me a little bit. It's that. But then I worked with job recruiters that helped me get these big financial jobs in fintech, and it's because they're just amazing job recruiters like Mitchell Martin. Like I worked with Mitchell Martin, Robert Half Technology, um, ExecuSearch, right? And then there's tech systems as well. Like some of them, some have good recruiters, some have bad recruiters. So you want to make sure you find the right recruiter that works with you, not against you. So if that makes sense. So just make sure you
Exactly.
find the right recruiters because some of them will low blow you and give you less amount of money and then give you a really bad contract. You don't want a bad contract, right? So you want to stay away from bad contracts. So make sure when you read the fine print and you sign the line to that contract, make sure it works for you, not for them. And just remember too that the more money you make, the more money they make
They
too.
make.
So you want to keep that in mind as well. So just make sure you have a good contract. The contract looks amazing. It's like good for you. You have a vacation. You have PTO. You're getting paid decently, and the schedule is normal, and it's not one of those contracts that's only good for 3 months and then you have to go back to the job market again. It doesn't make any sense, right? So make sure you have a good contract that it's good for. It may be good for maybe contract to hire, right? There's different types of contracts, right? There's 3 months, there's 2 months, there's 1 year, there's contract to hire, there's temp to perm, right? There is consultant gigs where you're just working the entire time. The contract's always open, right? So it really depends what kind of contract you have, but just make sure you have a good contract. Stay away from the bad ones. Don't go to those. Those because then you're not gonna get paid good. You're gonna be miserable, and then you want the contract to be over already, right? So that's my advice for you. So hopefully that helps you out.
Yeah.
That's just my 2 cents. So
Just don't spend 10 years in help desk and then wonder why IT sucks and you can't make money because we're just gonna look at you funny.
hmm
'Cause you need to move up. You need to try new things.
yep, yep. It's very important. Very important,
Nice. Yeah.
guys. I'm checking my LinkedIn. I'm about to call it a day because I don't have any more questions.
There's one more question actually
One more
in
question? Yep.
in YouTube.
Oh, you too.
Rafa.
There's a question. Oh, okay. I really love your content. I have a job offer on the table for IT support next week. Uh, Diaz, you're a rapper. It's funny. I have a job offer on the table for IT support, but next week I'm expecting a call from Amazon to work in a data center. Hey, you pick the one that works for you. If you have two job offers, pick the one that works for you. Look at the job. Look at the one that most benefits you, right? And then you pick that one. That's what I tell people. Look at the one that benefits you, has good benefits, and the pay is right there, right? You don't want to go to a job that the pay is extremely low and the contract is just doesn't make any sense, right? It's just crappy, right? It's just you have no benefits and you can't take PTO. It's just it's terrible. So look at the one that's better for you. So.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And Nick, does this help support the configurations on network devices such as switches or routers? Been in this position for a year and feel limited with my current position. I mean, it depends on the company. Sometimes you might, sometimes you might not. Like there's network technician jobs, of course, as you know, cable technician. But yeah, like I think I still recommend you can find something else after a year. I think that's the best move personally.
Yep.
Got to get something more specific into what you want.
Yeah,
what Aaron said, I wouldn't expect that stuff to support switches besides maybe just installing them.
Yep. I was gonna say to Moon Man, Austin or Texas is pretty big on hiring right now. It's actually a big spot for hiring tech jobs. It's actually like on the top 10 for IT, by the way. I don't know if you know that, but Texas is actually hiring a lot like crazy. It is a hot spot for hiring. From my personal experience and from me checking online with different recruiting firms. So they're always hiring over there. So there's nothing wrong with working in Texas area. They're always hiring.
Yeah, those are all. There's a lot of big tech hubs that have developed throughout the country. It's not just New York City or Silicon Valley. Like now, it's all over the coast. Really, is if you really think about it. Like it's there's the Carolinas. There's D.C., Maryland, Virginia area. There's Florida's actually starting to grow right now. Texas, Utah, around Salt Lake City, Colorado. There's a lot of different areas in the country where you can find a lot of jobs. It's not just like two big hubs like it used to be, or three big hubs.
And just so you guys are aware too, like what was I gonna say? Oh, a guy that I train. It's a guy that I train in Dallas, in Texas, in Dallas. He works. I helped him get his first job in IT, and he's making $95K, and that's his first job. So Dallas pays pretty good. I'm just saying, he got his first job making $95K. I'm not gonna say who it is, but he was part of my internship. I did train him. He worked with me, and he actually has a computer science degree, but he's working for financial services, and he's making $95K. So it's just to show you that the pay is pretty good in the Dallas area in Texas. So, and he has no certifications. He just has a computer science degree, and he did training with me. It's pretty much it. So
that's really good, honestly. That is really good.
Yeah.
Is it a help desk you said?
He's doing help desk with coding combined together.
That's really good. That is really good.
Yeah, and possible to make more money. So he's like IT support / developer.
That's really cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
yeah, you can do a lot of things with programming skills.
Yep.
I did a lot of. So I got bored at my old job. I remember telling you, Kev, and what I did was I couldn't move at the time because of my current situation with school and everything. Mm-hmm. So what did I do? I made myself be less bored by writing scripts. I automated everything. I didn't have to automate it, but I automated it, and I wrote it. That gave me experience working with Python in a professional environment. Making tools and stuff like that. And I made that my experience. I took a bad situation and milked it to get what I needed out of it for my resume and for my professional development. Sometimes you kind of have to make your own opportunities when in certain situations when you're kind of stuck.
You can't say that. Only starts with a CS degree.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't agree with that.
I don't agree with that. Depends where you work. Depends on the company. Some companies are like, I'm not gonna hire you if you don't have A+.
Yeah,
just how it is with some companies. I don't agree with that.
I've been lucky with not having degrees or certs, but there's a lot of companies that really require for certain positions certain certs. Like even like the government, right? You're not going to get into a government job unless you have the Sec Plus to comply with DoD 8570. So like they're just not going to let you work. I mean, they might expect you to get it like maybe at the beginning before you start working or whatever it is, but it's one of those things where you can't just get away with just a degree. That doesn't really work anymore. Also, a lot of people with just a degree sometimes don't have the skills. So if you have nothing else on your resume, and it's just your degree. Cool. You went to school like thousands of other people. What can you actually do? You know, school won't really teach you what you need to know. It's just like a theory, as I was saying before, of computing, theory of computing. It's useful information, very useful information. You need to know it, but it's not going to make you more attractive to hiring managers or anything like that.
Yeah, that's the other thing too, is that it depends on the company. Like I said, it always depends on the company. Like, you're gonna ask me like, what about this or that, and I'm gonna give you that same answer, and I should make a short call. It depends on the company, because the reason why I say that is because I don't want people quoting me. Like, people gonna quote me. Oh, Kev said that. Kev said this. Quote me, right? When in reality, it's not like that. And some companies, like, they'll hire you if you just have the A+, right? Some companies require you to have security plus and a security clearance, like the Washington area, right? It's different. Then some areas may ask for like just having a college degree, and then some areas may not ask for absolutely nothing at all, no degree, no certs. So it depends where you live, depends where you work. It depends on so many different things, your region, your area, even in Europe, right? If like I'm going to Europe. In Europe, they won't hire you unless you have experience through an apprenticeship. So it depends where you live. It depends where you work. It's different everywhere.
I tell you, when I was doing my job search, I remember I googled all the biggest Linux certs on Indeed, or I didn't Google, I put it into Indeed. There were not that many jobs. Before, it was a big thing. Everybody was putting Red Hat certification, Linux Plus, all this stuff in their job descriptions. After this whole situation in 2020, 2021, you don't see that. You don't see degrees. You don't see any of that mentioned for Linux positions anymore. Like, you see a way less than before. That's not going to be the same if I go down to the DMV area. They're going to probably ask for more certifications and more stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Everywhere is different. You need to see what people are looking for in your area. What companies the company is gonna ask for. Different companies have different requirements.
And then I tell people, like, I tell people too, like, Kev, because right now we have the whole pandemic thing, right? If you don't want to, if your area is not hiring, apply for a remote job.
Yeah,
that's it. So you do.
I applied to jobs all over the country when I was applying.
Just apply to remote jobs. Like, if there's nothing around you, apply for remote jobs. Like, if you live in I don't know, if you live in New Jersey, right? Apply for a remote job in New York. Like,
yeah,
no one's gonna say anything to you, right? You could go ahead and apply now, because the whole pandemic thing, right? Everyone's working from home right now, so there's nothing. It's not gonna. They're not gonna say anything to you. So
like, look, I'll give you a situation that I had. So this is a company that I interviewed for, and I ended up not finishing my interviews because I took my current position. I said I finished that whole interview process and I decided to go with the company that I'm at right now. And their position, it said remote on LinkedIn, but it said New York. But realistically, it was a mistake. Actually, the position was supposed to be kind of like a remote hybrid thing in Chicago. But what they said? Your skills are really good. We will make a position for you in New York, even though this position is meant to be in Chicago. So you never know. Always apply. You just never know what can happen.
Yep. Yeah, there's like, I tell people, just do it. Apply anyway. You don't know what happens. You never know unless you try, right? Apply anyway. Like me, I could probably. I'm not doing remote right now, but I could see myself doing remote probably next year or the year after, like just working at home 100% remote. All I need is, when you're working remote, all you need is Wi-Fi, right? So
yeah.
I could literally grab my laptop and travel the world if I want, or travel the States if I wanted to, and just have internet and just enjoy myself a little bit. You gotta spurge a little bit, right? You gotta enjoy life a little bit, right? So I could travel around the world and just apply for a remote job, and then, just go out and enjoy life a little bit. You never know. That's why I went to Miami, Kev. Remember I told you I went to Miami? I wanted to see how it was over there. I got like what Gary said. I got an Airbnb. I had 100% Wi-Fi, 300 upload, 300 download speed.
That's pretty good.
And the place I went to in Miami had they had a punching bag, they had the Stepmaster, and they had a pool table, and they had a bunch of free other stuff. And I was enjoying my life over there.
Having fun.
Vacation, having fun. So you could definitely do that with if you're making good money. You could just travel around to different states and enjoy life a little bit.
Because you're remote, like as long as you do your stuff, get to your meetings, do your work, finish your tickets. I mean, what are they gonna say? You're not in New York. You said you were in New York. Like, unless there's like some explicit rule, you have to sign in from New York.
Yep. Yep. Yeah.
But
So
like most
that's the
companies are
rule.
not gonna say that.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just like you got to take advantage of it, and obviously, it depends where you live too, because they pay more in New York, obviously. But if you go somewhere
Not
else, they
more.
pay less. So you can make sure that you're applying for a job that it's reasonable to your cost of living. So
Yeah, that's the one thing that one exception is like a lot of times they'll say, well, you live in New York, therefore we're gonna pay you New York salary, and then if you move somewhere else after that, oh well, we're gonna shrink your pay because now you're in a lower cost of living area. That's a thing that has happened with a lot of companies. A lot of people now with people moving around during the pandemic, but some companies don't do that. Sometimes they just you're fine. You moved, but we're not gonna change your pay. So it just depends. You kind of just have to figure it out by company. It depends on the company, right? There's a shirt.
yeah, there we go. Sure. And then someone was asking about the salary of operations and maintenance support position. Depends where you live. Depends where you live, buddy.
Yep.
Depends. Depends where you live.
And
The pay is different everywhere. Like I can't give you an actual salary. I'll give you a range. I can give you a range, but I can't tell you exactly what the pay is because really depends where you live. Like, what was it? Oklahoma is what $14 or something like that. That's a lot of money.
it's something
Oklahoma.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, what? And then if you come to New York, you're making $14 an hour. You're pretty much broke over
Oh
here.
no, you probably you can't live out here. I mean, we were looking at those apartments last night,
Yeah, yeah,
right? You're paying $2,000-$3,000 for a two bedroom. It's crazy.
yeah. You can't live over here with $14 an hour. You're
You
gonna be
can't live on that. Yeah.
at least maybe $25 an hour, maybe, and that's still not enough in New
Yeah. No,
York.
it's not.
So
You need to make so much money. It's same thing with California as well, and
yeah,
a lot of like the valley and stuff. That's why they're like, why do they pay so much in Silicon Valley and New York City? It's because it's very expensive to live in these areas.
yeah. The pay is extremely high, so that's what it is. So and hey, I'll change that. I'll change the sweater. Like, I could change the sizes to whatever I want. So that's fine. I'll add that extra small. Extra small. That what you want? Okay. Yeah, this is a sweater I created, and it's on my it's on my website. I have a website for shopping. So yeah, but the cost of living is extremely high over here because it's just New York. It's like you're looking at $2,000 of rent over here. It's just crazy.
Yeah, it's
So
ridiculous.
that's the problem with New York. So it's just
A lot of people say you make six figures, you must be rich. No,
no, no, no,
no.
not in New York. Not in New York. New York will laugh at you like no, nope, nope, nope.
You're just like everybody else. Normal.
Yep, normal, exactly. Just a normal guy. Let's see here. All right. Enough talking for today.
Let's get away this stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Let's go with this stuff. All right. So I have 3 giveaways. Let me know, guys. If you're in chat, I'll sign you up for it. Let's see. So whoever wants to be part of it, I'm gonna add you to it. Okay. So I guess I'll add Gary. Start with Gary. Let's see here. Who else can we add here? Writer. I guess I'll add Marvin in there. Marvin. Mike. Angelica. Eric. Matthew. This is a giveaway. I'm doing a giveaway today for Christmas. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not in the Christmas spirit today. I forgot my hat. My hat's actually in the closet. Jay.
You gotta bring out the white gloves, man.
Yeah, white glove support. Corey. If I spell your name wrong, I'm sorry about that. Oh, this spin is getting smaller and smaller. Leonard.
It's gonna start lagging like last time.
Yeah, pretty much. Who else? Who else? Was that Root? Root? Root. I'll add you Root. I'm gonna put you as Root. Shortcut is Root.
Pseudo.
Tron. Yep. Is that Eric? I added you already, Eric. and and Antonio, I add you. Antonio Banderas. Um, where is my LinkedIn? Where the hell's my LinkedIn at? Oh, here we go, LinkedIn. So who's on LinkedIn right now? I'll sign you up. You go to LinkedIn. LinkedIn's having a heart attack right now. Okay, here we go. Now it's good. Um, I'll add Willis to it. Muhammad to it. Ronaldo. Matthew. I see Matthew's on LinkedIn. I'll add Matthew in there. Daniel. I'll add Daniel in there. Thank you guys for participating. I know I didn't get to your guys' questions. I'm sorry about that. I'm on both on LinkedIn and the other one. So over the place. Let's see who else. Muhammad. I gotta put your last name Muhammad because there's two Muhammads in on LinkedIn. So I don't want to confuse you with the other one. All right. Yep, I added you. I added both of you Muhammads already. All right, we're good. I'm gonna go back to the other chat, YouTube chat. We have Matthew. Was it Reed? Is that Reed? Yep. Oh, you guys gotta relax, man. You guys are chatting too fast. Come on, relax over here. I can't even type that fast.
Is it on LinkedIn?
No, on YouTube. Like, me. I'm typing extremely fast. Like, can't even keep up with chat. This is insane today. Here, geek. Stevens. I added you, Stevens, already. Okay. See if you're there. Yeah, you guys are all there. Oh my god, this is getting smaller and smaller by the minute. Let's see here. Gonna refresh LinkedIn again. Just make sure I don't miss anyone. Okay, LinkedIn is good. LinkedIn is good.
Yeah, I think we're good now. I think we have a good. Let's see.
I'm gonna share my screen. Kev's gonna be like, "What is this?"
Yeah, I remember last time when we did with Job Skillshare for was it New Year's or was it Christmas?
Christmas.
Or was it both? I think we did both, but it was lagging because there were so many people.
Look at all the names.
Oh, that's not that bad. We've definitely made this wheel much bigger.
Oh yeah, definitely. Just make sure that I'm not missing anyone. If I'm missing you guys, please let me know. But your name should be there. I'm not trying to add the same name over and over again. All right, I'm gonna add myself to it. No, I'm just kidding. You said you have not added me. I did.
No, he's there.
Right
He's there. He's there. Yeah.
You're here. You're right there. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Angelica, yes, you're free to connect with all of us. I'd say whenever you're looking for people to connect with, just connect. I would never. Well, if you're concerned about who you're connecting with, I would add a message to your connection. No, but try to connect with as much people as you can. Most people will be open to it, to just talking.
Yep. Oh, Oliver. Okay, everyone else is there. Oh, damn, more people are showing up. That's funny.
They have the. Whoops, that's not what I meant to search.
I'll add you in there. Hey, forgive me a second. I didn't add you in there. Sorry.
I put our LinkedIn in the chat. Kev's LinkedIn and my LinkedIn.
Angelica, you're there already. I'm just checking. I'm checking here because this is getting crazy over here.
Yeah.
Giveaway is courses on AWS. He said, "Don't add me, Kevin." Okay. System Tech Tim. I'll add you, Tim, I guess. Let's see, Moonman. Are you there working IT? I don't think you're there. I didn't add you. I'll put you there working IT. Loyalty. Did you add me?
I don't see his name.
Loyalty. You're there. It's right there.
Yes.
I didn't add your full name, but you're there. I'll put the full name in there somewhat. See anyone else's? Moonman, I added you already. I added. You gotta add me on LinkedIn, Moonman. Let's see if anyone wants me to add them on LinkedIn.
Let's see.
Jeff is on LinkedIn. Okay, Jeff. I'll add you, Jeff. I added you, Ronaldo, already. All right, we're good. I'm gonna spin. So, oh, Francisco just came back. Oh, I gotta add him now. Okay. Got three of you guys on the way. Cold. Cold is here. I add Cold in there. Tim. I see Tim is there. Oh yeah, it's getting smaller and smaller and smaller as we're talking. M is somebody else, Marvin. That's not you. I'll put Marvin in there. I have no idea who M is. Let me delete that. Sorry. Let's see here. Andy. Man, more people keep joining. Are you?
Everybody's coming out of nowhere.
Yeah, they're coming out of the woodworks. I'm just kidding. Let's see who else we have here. I'll put guys from LinkedIn. LinkedIn is good. All right. So we're gonna do first prize first, which is 1 month of Try Hack Me. R. Kelly is here. I'll add you in there. R. Kelly. That's funny. Family first. Okay, I'll add you there too.
Real anxiety.
And Xavier's here too. I'll add Xavier in there. Xavier. You guys show up at the up to 2 time, like the actual time that I'm doing this. It's funny. Show up on the right time actually, as I'm doing this.
They have some kind of like secret communications going on. I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah. They show up. They show up at the time that I'm actually doing it. Like literally at the time that we spoke for an hour and they actually just show up on like. It's crazy. I'm gonna wait like a few more minutes, just a few more minutes before I get started.
On LinkedIn, if I see.
LinkedIn is good now.
LinkedIn's good.
Yeah, everyone on LinkedIn.
Okay.
Got another person. You guys are only hurting yourselves, making it smaller and smaller for everyone else. I'm just kidding. Let me stop.
What's our cutoff? It's 1:35 now.
1:35 and cutoff would be in 1 minute.
Okay.
1 minute. 1:36. It's crazy.
I remember we made this wheel so big it was like literally like freezing. It couldn't even spin.
I remember that. Yeah, couldn't spin it at all. It was crazy. I was like, why can't I spin? It's like, why is the spin not working? What's going on over here? That's how bad it was.
I think I had to put it in a Linux command to get the random like shuffle.
Yeah, you did actually. Is Alan there? Did I put Alan in there? I don't think I did actually. Just checking. No, I didn't put Alan in there. Alan T.
Mark.
Mark's the last one.
All right.
All right.
Well, what are we doing first? What are we giving away first?
Let's do. We'll start with bottom to top. So I'm gonna give away 2 AWS courses, and then the last one would be Try Hack Me. All right.
All right.
So let's spin. Let's spin. Let's see.
Oh. Xavier. Congrats.
Congrats.
You've won.
You get a AWS course. Where's Xavier at?
Show yourself in the chat.
So yourself in the chat, or forever hold your peace. Xavier, where are you?
He's on LinkedIn. Hold on. Let's check. It's out as well.
He's not on LinkedIn.
Oh, yeah, serious. On YouTube. Xavier. He said thank you.
Xavier, can you add me on LinkedIn, please?
Here, I'll share the LinkedIn links again.
Add me on LinkedIn and message me so I could give you the free course. Xavier's up there. I see him.
Let me share Kev's.
I removed you from the list. So Xavier is our winner, and I'm gonna put him in my notepad so I don't forget. I have a notepad up here. There we go. Xavier is one. AWS. someone said reg.
Yeah. They don't like the free stuff. All right.
All right, Xavier's good, right?
Yeah. I sent him the link. Do you have the link, Xavier? Are you connected with Kev?
Yeah, make sure you add me, and I'll send you the course. It's a free course. It's free, like it's a free $300 course. Actually, $400 course. So
Nice.
make sure
Right.
you add me.
We're on the next one, right? And it's another AWS course, right?
Another AWS course. Yep. Right. I'm gonna spin again. Wheel of Fortune. Sorry, I missed that. Oh, Antonio.
Antonio.
Up.
Oh, there you go.
Hey.
Congrats.
Congrats, Antonio. Add por favor. Add me too.
Show yourself in the chat.
Add me and message me. Where are you, Antonio? Are you in chat? Because when I saw you here for a second.
Yeah, I gotta wait for the delay.
Okay, yeah, he's there. He's in chat. Yeah,
there he goes.
Message me, and I'll give you the free. Yeah, message me on LinkedIn, please. I'll give you the free stuff. All right. Awesome. I'm gonna remove you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got one more. So the last one is 30 days of Try Hack Me. And for my opinion, it's pretty good, actually.
Try Hack Me is some good stuff.
Yep. 30 days of Try Hack Me. All right, I removed you. Last spin. Here we go.
Here it is. No, I'm sorry. Oh. Daniel. It was close. I was like, is it gonna be Matthew? And then it's like, all right, Daniel, show yourself. Congrats. You won Try Hack Me.
Where are you, Daniel?
Do people? Quick question while waiting for Daniel. Do companies care about top 1% of Try Hack Me? If you're on that, put that on your resume. If you're top 1%, put that on your resume, please.
Yep. Where are you, Daniel? Where are you? I know you're on YouTube because I had you on you. He's on YouTube. He's not on LinkedIn. Where are you? Where are you, Daniel? Show yourself.
Oh Daniel. No! Are we gonna have to spin again? Come on, Daniel.
Do I have to spin again? Daniel's not gonna show up. Daniel, where are you?
Oof.
Oh, he's not showing up. Giving him a.
Let's give him a little bit of time, but.
Yeah, let's give him a little bit of time. Daniel's not showing up. I only have 3 prizes, so I cannot spin again.
Yeah.
Where's Daniel? Oh boy.
He must have left. Oh no.
He probably left. Damn it, Daniel. Damn, Daniel. I just say.
Oh no.
Daniel's not showing up anywhere. Daniel went to sleep apparently. Yeah.
Must have.
I'm gonna give him 1 more minute. 1 more minute. 42 right now. It's 1:42 right now. 1 more minute.
Let's.
Where are you, Daniel?
LinkedIn page, Xavier. What, do you mean the group or do you mean Kev's LinkedIn?
No, you gotta add me on. You gotta message me on LinkedIn. I'll give him the prize.
They connected with me, but I'm not sure. I'm wondering if he's talking about the group, maybe.
Oh, Daniel's nowhere to be found. That's not you. You're not Daniel. Computer, get out of here. All right, I'm gonna spin again. Sorry, Daniel.
The first link, Kevin Apollinario, is Kevtech. Kevin Diaz is me.
Womp 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 womp. Sorry, I'll spin again. Let's see.
Well, here we go. Oh, Deshaun.
Deshaun.
Show
All right,
yourself in the chat. Congrats.
We'll try this again. Deshaun Henry. It is actually. He's there. He won.
Let's see.
Hey, I see
there
you.
you go.
Message me on LinkedIn.
I put the links just above. Scroll up a little bit if you're not connected with Kevtech. Kevin Apollinario on LinkedIn. Let me know if you need another link.
And you wanted to try hack me. Yay. All right. Hopefully I'm gonna stop sharing. Hopefully in the future I could do like a lot more of these. Should be interesting, but for today we'll just go with that for today. Had a feeling I would win. They're funny. Yeah, so I'll send you that information. And we'll see. If they give me more certs and stuff like that or vouchers, I'll let you know. I work with so this video is sponsored by Cyber Supply Drop. If you guys don't know who that is or we don't know that company, it's a nonprofit organization with Josh Mason, and basically they give out free vouchers. So if you guys don't know about that, suggest you check that out. It's absolutely free. Let me see if I can find the website. So this is the website. This is the website that gave me the vouchers. Here you go. That's the website that gave me the vouchers. I'm affiliated with them. They're a nonprofit organization that gives out free vouchers to people that need it. They're like they give out vouchers. I'm affiliated with that company. That's one company that I'm affiliated with. Obviously, I'm a few other companies, but that's just one. I'm also affiliated with INE. I'm not sure if you're familiar with INE. Kev probably is, but
yeah, I know INE.
But I work with INE, and I work with Cyber Supply Drop. So that's just one company, and I'm trying to get more companies to sponsor me with vouchers. So hopefully next year I'll have 10 vouchers instead of 3. That would be nice. We'll see that.
That should be a fun time.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm gonna leave it alone for now, and I am going to I'm about to stop the stream in a couple of minutes. Just wait for a couple more questions before we call it a day.
Yeah, somebody asked, Troy asked if we had degrees or went to college, and I told him both of us went to college, but neither of us has a degree.
Yep.
Thanks for the gift, Kev. Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. Trying to I had to give something away, so give me a second. So I'm checking. I'm messaging over here. Just bear with me. All right, there we go. So I just gave out that. I'm waiting for one more person to message me, and we should be good to go after that. But that's something that was given to me by Cyber Supply Drawer. They give out free vouchers all the time to me. So if you're not subscribed to me, you're probably missing out because they give me free stuff all the time. I'm just saying. Um, you are missing me, Kev. Well, you didn't win anything. You came too late. You came too late. What do you guys show up late? You show up the last minute. It's not you missed the giveaway. So it's not my fault if you missed the
I,
giveaway.
yes, family. We were talking earlier about Log4j. It's pretty bad. Make sure your company is safe from that. It's pretty bad.
Yep.
Patch yourself.
Yep.
Oh,
Hmm?
new member.
Oh, nice. Hey, thank you.
Welcome to the squad.
Welcome to the squad. Yeah, I'm sponsored by a few different there are a few different YouTube channels, and they send me stuff all the time. So I'll definitely do more giveaways in the future. I don't have anything right now to give away, but definitely will give away more stuff. Should be interesting. Where's this guy at?
Yeah, Troy. That's very common. A lot of people won't use a lot of the stuff they learn in college, in IT. But you still need to understand those fundamentals. It's helpful. It helps you troubleshoot a lot more advanced problems and understand concepts of a lot more advanced topics. You don't necessarily have to go to college to learn those things, but they're still useful things to learn. Like you should learn them on your own if you're not going to go to college.
Yep.
Like I went to school, but I learned it on my own time, reading the books. And anybody can do that as well. If you want to go to school and you can afford school, cool. But if you can't, also cool. Linux Kevin, my LinkedIn. I'll put mine right now, right here, and I'll also share Kevtech's right after as well. That's the difference between us. He's Kevin Apollinario. I'm Kevin Diaz. Just for that clarification. I know some people were a little bit confused with the like which Kevin is which Kevin.
I have a whole video on service desk, by the way, to answer your question. There's the video. Working IT, you're asking me about it. The titles are different. Sometimes they may be the same thing. It may be different. Depends on the company. But service desk, usually they work more with infrastructure, and they work more with vendors, and they work more with handling tickets that are escalated to help desk, from help desk to service desk. So depends on the company.
Gary over here with jokes.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, thank you for being a member. And anyone else that wants to be a member on my YouTube channel, you can. It's only like $5 a month if you want to support my channel. That's entirely up to you. Obviously, I don't force anyone. I don't put a gun in your head and like, oh yeah, you have to support me now. I don't do that.
Yeah.
So obviously, if you want to support my channel, I greatly appreciate. You could be a member, or you can just simply subscribe and follow me and share my videos. I don't really ask for any money. Entirely up to
Yeah,
you.
like just liking the video, any kind of interaction, commenting, liking even disliking if you don't like the video. You guys don't realize is for the YouTube algorithm, all of that it helps Kev. So even if you're like, I'm a hater, I'm gonna dislike, all his videos. You're still helping him. So
Yep.
you're not doing anything bad. It's
Yep.
very difficult to hurt by interacting with the YouTube channel. It's only positive.
Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna stay for a few more minutes, and then I'm gonna call it a day after that. Just checking my comments on LinkedIn. LinkedIn, they said, congratulations for all winners. Good game, guys. Thank you. So when I have another giveaway, I'll let you guys know. I'll definitely let you guys know, and we'll see how that goes. So unable to connect with Kevin.
I put a link again.
Add me.
Maybe I copied the link wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, add me. Okay. Kevin, you play Apex?
I do not. I have
I
in the
don't.
past.
I don't play that.
Yeah.
I'm on Steam. You guys don't know I'm on Steam. So if you guys don't know what Steam is, then you're probably in a hole somewhere hiding. I don't know what to say about that. You should know what Steam is.
Hey, if you want to have some fun, 1v1 Kevtech on Counter Strike Source. I, I bet you'll win. You know, I'll bet you 360 no scoping.
Boy.
He totally won't like destroy you, and then you totally won't say that he's hacking. Like
It's funny.
hey, that's why you got to join the Discord. These are things you will only learn if you're in the Discord.
Yep. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for today. I just want to go live today for the giveaway. I may go live again probably next week. I don't know. It depends. Depends if I get some vouchers or some certs. One thing I would do though, I have to go to a school and do some. They want to do some training, and they want me to talk in the school. So I have to physically be in the school next week, and that's gonna be fun. I'm excited about that because I haven't been in that school for 7 years, so I'm actually well known in that school, but I never actually physically gone there and spoke. So I'm excited about that. I'm actually gonna do some talking, some IT training, do some exchange stuff, some Active Directory. Just talk about a little bit about IT in that school. And it's a nonprofit school that I went to, so I'm gonna be over there for a bit. So it should be
Oh, you
fun.
know what? I think what it is to the people who are starting to connect. Sometimes once you get to a certain follower count, it doesn't show the connect button. So you have to hit the three dots, and then it'll say connect underneath that. It'll just say follow otherwise. So
Gotcha.
you'll see like three dots, and then you'll be able to see connect underneath it.
Yep. Just checking my messages here on LinkedIn. There we go. Someone. Oh, you got two likes in there on LinkedIn. There we go. Okay, cool. Uh, what's going on in chat over here?
A lot of New
Okay.
York people here today.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on today.
They all came out.
Yep. All right, guys. We're gonna call it a day. Kev, you have anything you have to say?
No, nothing much. Again, always great being here. Always a fun time, and again, like I say every time, lab every day. The one Lightfoot has stuck that into my head, and I live by that. Lab every day, practice every day, get better, and just keeping great. And yeah, we'll see you guys whenever we see you next. We're always in the Discord, always having fun. Come join us. We don't bite. Connect with us, talk to us.
No,
We're here to help.
I was gonna say. Someone mentioned Job Skillshare. I'm partnered with him. You guys don't know I'm a partner with him. I'm a partner with Job Skillshare. We don't talk about it, but I'm partnered with him. So like usually he recommends videos from my channel, and I recommend videos from his channel. And I'm working with something with him for next year. I'm not gonna talk about it today, but you'll see.
And Donish, he's out of the country now. Otherwise, he'd probably be here with us as well.
Yep.
And we
Yep.
we, we always love spending time with Donish as well. So I'm looking forward to having him back and getting back into the groove of things for sure.
Yep. And I see Black Kites is here. How you doing? How you doing, sir? Good to see you.
I see.
Always good to be on your platform as well. I saw you were live today. I know I saw you were live today. I didn't go in there and participate because I was extremely busy today. But salute to you. Good to see you. And he has a lot of valuable information in degrees in computer science and soft skills and IT and a lot of different things. So definitely subscribe to Black Ice. He has a lot of good information. And at some point I have to do a video with him at some point probably next year. I don't know when, but we'll figure it out. Because I'm trying to get like the
Together.
minorities of IT together. It's kind of difficult, but we're trying to get that, trying to get that going. And I definitely want to get that going. Like I want to see more African Americans and more Hispanics in IT, which is tough. Like it's really
Yeah.
hard right now, but I definitely want to see more of that, which is bothering me like crazy.
Yeah, I was having a conversation about that with one of my coworkers yesterday about how it's not often that you see like a lot of Hispanics in IT. Like sometimes at entry level positions you see a few, but usually at like the higher level you don't see too many. So you need more of that going on.
Definitely, that's definitely what is. Someone said LinkedIn stopped working for me. Yeah, you need to have those those soft skills. It's very important. Those are very important. Like I'm trying to get the Hispanic and the African American community together. And actually, the school that I'm going to next week is African American and Hispanics. The majority is the minorities, and we have different nationalities there. And I'm gonna actually talk in that school, and it's free, and I'm doing it for free. And I'm gonna talk in that school because I like it. That school helped me out when I first started IT. So
Oh, this is where you went? Your first like training school?
yeah, yeah. So I got to give back too, right? So it's just
Yeah,
something that you got to do, right? So
gotta do it.
I got to give back too. So I'm gonna go to that school and do some presentations, some conversations. They're gonna connect with me on LinkedIn. I'm gonna connect with them. It should be good. It should definitely be good. I think Kev just dropped.
I
Kev just
accidentally
dropped.
refreshed the screen.
No, you're good. You're good. Don't worry about it. Yeah. So that's basically what the plan is for me. I'm trying to get more of the minorities involved. It's just drives me crazy when I see the percentages and the different graphs and the percentiles of how Hispanics and African Americans are not involved at all, like in IT. Is like they don't like IT for some reason. I don't know what it is, but and then the educational system in IT in the rural areas and the poor areas, right? People are not getting the right education. That's the other thing. They're not getting the right education, and they're not getting the right teachers. Because you may be good in IT or you may want to learn IT, but you may have a terrible professor or a terrible teacher. So
Well, it's
sorry.
also again like the push that happens a lot of times for college and everything, and sometimes that gets in the way. People get disappointed. They can't find a job, and they're like, "Oh, let me just do something else, whatever's easiest,"
Mm-hmm.
and then they just never go back to IT. I've
Pretty
seen that a
much.
lot.
Yep. No, pretty much. That's how it is. We'll see. We'll see what we could do. We see what we can do. That's going to be very interesting. Very interesting.
It'll be
Anyway,
fun.
yep. I'm gonna let you guys go. I hope everyone has a good Saturday. I hope everyone has a good weekend. Kerry, you got anything to say?
And just yeah, just great. Have a great Saturday, good weekend as well. Again, thank you, and see you guys next time.
Yep. And we're on Discord, by the way. So come on Discord to talk.
Let me share the Discord link actually before we
Yeah, send
close
that
out.
Discord link before we close out. Yep.
Yeah.
We're definitely on Discord. So I hang out on Discord like crazy. I'm very active. I'm like the only guy you'll meet that has a YouTube channel and is very active on Discord. I'm extremely active on Discord, and I try to talk to people on Discord and on LinkedIn too, both. So very active. Kevin knows I'm very active on LinkedIn. I'm always making
Yeah.
posts every single day.
Every single morning I wake up, it's like Kev mentioned you in a post.
Yep. Yep. So that should be fun. Should we have some good times today? Maybe later today, and then if you guys are not on my Discord, we are doing we're gonna hang out and on Christmas next week. On Friday, we're gonna hang out and just have a couple of drinks and hang out and just talk. We talk about IT. Sometimes we don't talk about IT, but we just hang out. It's like open. We're open. We respect everyone's opinions, right? We open up, we talk, just share our information with other people, and just have a good time.
Yeah, and on that point, you said that sometimes we don't. If you go in there and you see us not talking about IT, sometimes because we need to relax as well. We're also all friends as well, so it's different. We don't always talk about tech off 24/7. That's what we do all day. But that being said, you can still ask your question. Still feel free to please, when there's a chance, go ahead in, say hello, and ask your question. We're not going to say no, don't ask it. That's not going to happen, even if we're talking about whatever random topic we're talking about.
Yep. Yep. And with that being said, I'm sorry, guys. We've been live for over an hour.
It's like 2 hours, I think.
Yeah, 2 hours. I hope everyone has a good day. Someone's asking about Info Geek. I have no idea what that is. It's talking about like the Tab Geeks, like the Slack. That's on my link. That's on LinkedIn. So someone made a post about their own group that they have in IT. That's on Slack. That's on LinkedIn. You have to go on LinkedIn for that. So, hopefully that answers your question. I think that was your question. It's on LinkedIn. You gotta add me on LinkedIn though. If you're not on LinkedIn, I don't know. You should probably add me on LinkedIn. I have a lot of followers on LinkedIn. All right, guys. We'll let you guys go.
See you.
Yeah, guys. Bye bye.